Okay, we're live. Hi, I'm Ty Johnston, our Dungeon Master tonight for this 5th edition fight and campaign game. We've got 3 players, maybe with another one on the way in a little bit, possibly. Yes, you guys are on the Isle of Draachus. I can go look that map up because I know Mr. Chagatai's not been here in a while, so let's see if I can do a screen share. Sometimes it wants to work, sometimes it seems like it doesn't. Okay. There's the map. And the Isle of Draachus is in the bottom right-hand corner, way down here, right there. And it is not officially Imperial territory yet. The Empire just kind of oversees it. It's kind of running the show, at least as far as like military and stuff goes. But there is a massive temple here to the dragons. In fact, the temple is so big that some parts of it are ancient and not even used anymore. So there's plenty of places to sneak away and with your woman or do your drugs or whatever you want to do in private. But there is a city, the city of Draachus on the island of Draachus, that is here. And this temple does have a rather large priesthood, and they do have their own military, their own dragon guard, so to speak. But they seem to get along with the Imperials, at least for the time being. And
well, that's good.
Yeah, and the governor, the governor Draachus has declared a holiday. We can't say a national holiday because it's not across the whole empire. But on the island, it is a holiday. It was original. They're calling it Dragon Day to celebrate the birthday of the twin gold dragons, Robin and Reuben, and also to celebrate Cool's arrival and the arrival of Captain Vareska, who is a red dragonborn, in case Chagatai didn't remember or didn't know.
We met for like one downtime event.
Yeah. And actually, Captain Terrell, your guys' old captain, is around at the moment. He basically just showed up like a week ago to basically turn over command of the squad to Captain Vareska. But now he's getting ready to leave, but he at least has permission to stay here for the events. And the events are quite large. When it was originally just going to be a birthday party, maybe a couple of hundred, dragon worshippers were going to be there. But now it's a citywide, if not island-wide event. Everybody's off work except for essential people like some guards and things like that. So everybody's off work. There's lots of alcohol being sold. This is going to be an island-wide party pretty much. And it's a fairly large island.
Oh my God.
And there is going to be a main festival of sorts and party at the front of the Dragon Temple, in which the governor is going to give a big, long, boring speech. And then, with thousands of people looking on, the dragons are going to be served their birthday cake.
That is ideal. Oh, so that's so wonderful.
Chagatai is arriving just in time for all of this to happen.
So I'll slide up next to Denzal and say, "Greetings, friend." And since Denzal's muted, we can't hear what
Denzel.
Funny.
I said, "Holy sheep shit and saloon's nibbles. How you been, buddy?"
I've been well.
Oh, you outrank him, by the way, Denzel. You're a lieutenant now. Remember, he's still just a corporal.
And noticing his Denzal's rank, Chagatai will hastily go to a shitty position of attention. Do a half-hearted salute.
Don't give me that shit. Come here, give me a hug, fuckhead.
I'll take that order, sir.
What you been up to, man?
I was called away on a mission to teach young ones the art of fighting and surviving.
Oh, well, that's a good thing.
The priestess, the goddess, requires that we teach the young, and the cousins that we fought against. Some of them were inclined to accept Saloon as their deity and abandon Grummish the Evil. And so I was helping minister to them, and teaching the young was part of my task.
That's good to go, man. Well, I'm glad you're back.
I am
It's just
glad to be back.
times.
Hey, okay.
You know what the only perk is about today?
Cake?
Cake?
No, why would I? It's free alcohol for me all day.
Good point. Good point. Sorry, were you? I figured you would be up on the dais.
No, I'm not up with them.
Oh, she will be.
Oh, no.
That's good.
Oh,
to hear.
yeah.
Captain Vareska, Lieutenant Chagatai reporting as instructed.
Yeah, I read the letter. Don't worry about it.
I simply reporting to you since you are the woman in charge, being in charge.
Yeah, you know, it's fine. Just enjoy the day off. It's a holiday.
And happy birthday, I understand.
It's not my birthday.
It's definitely your birthday. Here,
It might be.
I don't
pull
know
out-
if it's my birthday.
I pull out
It
a
could be your
package from my backpack and hand it to Mariska.
Oh, Jesus.
It is a red and black silk dress tailored to you.
There's even slits in the back you can slip your wings through.
There you go.
Very nice.
Those are some huge slips.
Well,
I was
yeah.
gonna say it's the open back, but it doesn't matter to me. Well,
Well, thanks.
Captain Vareska, that's going to look beautiful on you. I really do think it will set off your eyes.
Now you're trying too hard.
Ladies in my culture don't particularly go for silks, or at least silks that cover that much.
And
But I understand it's a thing in this culture, and the eyes are important to compliment that they're pretty. I learned that from some of the sailors.
Yes, the sailors taught you that.
yes,
They said they were talking about one of the barmaids at one of the bars at one of the taverns we stopped at, and they kept complimenting this barmaid's eyes, how big and beautiful they were, and I didn't think they were really that beautiful or that large, actually, come to think of it. But they were very taken with the size and beauty of her eyes, and they were saying it's best to compliment a woman's eyes, that they like that. So your eyes are beautiful, not particularly large, but they're beautiful.
Well, fun fact, I don't appreciate that. My eyes are, well, basically balls of fire, but thank you.
But beautiful fire.
they keep me warm at night. No, I'm laughing.
I'm flexing this
Sorry,
A charisma here. Come on now.
Sorry, Captain.
I actually more appreciate my horns, and I'll like play with the two big horns on my head.
See, now that's something I can actually appreciate. They look very deadly. I'm sure they'd look beautiful, even more beautiful, just covered in blood. I think that'd be nice.
Hard to
Goring
clean.
your enemies.
Next thing on the list is my teeth, and then I'll show my draconic teeth.
They are beautiful. The better to rent, I can tell.
And of course, as a soldier in an army, I appreciate a nice ass.
A donkey?
I think she's talking about this, and I'll smack him on his ass.
Fresh.
Fresh as this, and I grab a cheek and nice on it.
Denzel, I missed you, friend.
We gotta keep the laughing going, bud. Oh yeah, definitely. Here we go. And I pull out something out of my pocket. It's a little box, and I hand it to Vriska. That too.
Okay, hold on. Let me find somewhere private to get into this dress and to open this present.
Open the box when you get somewhere.
Actually, I'll open the present in front of you, and then
And Paya shows up.
Yeah. So the little box has got some horn jewelry for you.
Where do you even get this?
I got my ways.
It's a dragon island. Come on.
Yeah.
Vareska, if you can get dressed without having to see yourself, I can just make you invisible, and then you can do what you need to do. Assuming you can get dressed over the course of a minute.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I can make you invisible so that no one can see you while you're getting undressed and get redressed.
What kind of armor is Vareska wearing?
She's not wearing armor. She's just wearing her uniform.
Well,
There's a restroom right over there, probably somewhere.
Yeah, but you know how people are. People are nasty.
That's okay. Oh, okay.
Floor.
I'll look for a little house nearby.
Where are we?
You guys are in front of the Temple of the Dragon with massive crowds all over the place partying and yelling and, hey, there's one, and people pointing at Vareska and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's probably nobody inside the temple. Probably find a room.
You could find a room in the temple. In fact, you have quarters in the temple.
Yeah, I'll just go to that room.
Could just fly to the roof too, but
That's true.
I had half a mind of just doing it out here, but
the mob starts chanting, "Take it off! Take it off! Take it off!"
Yeah, that's about the time I pull the sword out.
Shut
the fuck up! Shut the fuck up!
Oh, a few guys are putting away their gold coins they were holding up.
Ooh, whoa! Wait a minute. They're gonna pay?
Let's pump the brakes on that. Putting away
Money.
I had a thunder wave.
Ah, yes, the red dragon coming out.
Did I say gold coins? I meant copper coins.
Ah,
You better change that back, motherfucker. No.
Get that gold back here.
She's not showing anything now. We were going to throw gold coins.
Thanks, Denzel.
I'm
not getting paid.
I've got a platinum. I was going to slip it inside her garter.
My what?
Your garter belt.
If you want gold, I'll give you gold. Jesus Christ.
Vareska's going to have her own OnlyFans page.
Great. That's the only thing that pays around here.
By the butt muscles of Tempest. Jesus.
Anyway, so I go to a private room and I change into the dress.
Okay. Then you come back out.
Yeah.
And that is when two human-looking blonde kids, a boy and a girl, obviously twins, bright blonde, golden hair. Well, like I said, they look like they're about 8, 9 years old, somewhere around in there. They come rushing up. And they're jumping up and down. Mima Vareska!
Mima?
Yes.
Oh.
And they're jumping up and down in a circle around her. It's like, it's our party. It's our birthday.
And she's like, in that like moment, she's like, all right, relax. Try not to break anyone's necks in front of them. And she's like, come here. And I'll like offer to lift them up with my arms.
That should be easy enough, especially, what are you, 17 strength?
17 strength, double weight capacity.
At least in this form, they don't weigh all that much. You can pick them up. And they're going to try to hug you and kiss you when you pick them up.
Just don't smear anything.
We love you so much, Mima Vareska.
Yes, I love you too. Clearly not as much as the other way around, but I'm here.
You saved us from those evil occultists. Or at least that's what we've been told anyway.
Yeah. At least you're safe. That's the big thing.
Yes, at least we're safe. And we're going to have cake today. They said it's special cake just for dragons.
Just for dragons, you say.
And they're serving it on gold plates.
I feel like that's the normal for you two.
Well, no, not really. Normally we just, it depends on what form we're in.
You should convince them to make platinum plates.
Oh, my Bahamut. They look at each other and grab hands and start jumping up and down. Platinum plates! Platinum plates! And they run off. And somewhere in about 5 minutes, there's going to be a high priest just, God damn it.
I like you're bankrupting this church a little at a time.
Well, just reshaping the money into other properties.
And the high priest is going to have to go to the governor. And it's like, look, do you guys have a smelter? I mean,
that makes plates.
We've got about 15 minutes. So is Paya sober on the day of the dragons?
That is an absolute no.
Okay.
In fact, I plan on busting through all my homemade shit today.
Oh, okay. Well, there's plenty of people drinking today because the whole massive island is having a party.
Like, I'm pacing myself in the morning, but like probably around like 4 or 5 o'clock, we'll get going.
Yeah, it's about that time. It's about that time because in about an hour they're going to have the big birthday celebration. In fact, everybody's in front of the Temple of the Dragon. Like I said, there's crowds of thousands of people around. Occasionally somebody notices Vareska and points at her and yells, "Take it off!" Then Hunter gets nasty and they like slink away.
You mean Denzel?
Denzel, yes. Hunter. No, Hunter. I meant Hunter.
Hold on. Do those people have drinks in their hand?
Yeah.
I use shape water and just splash it all over them every time they do it.
Oh, man. I already smelled like liquor.
That's what you get.
There are troops present, both temple guards and imperial soldiers, to kind of make sure things don't get too out of hand. At some point, a servant of the governor will hunt down Vareska and be like, the governor wants to know after his speech if you want to get up and say a few words.
Hell no. And by hell no, I mean under no circumstance will I be going out there.
So you're emphatic on that, I take it. Okay, very well. He'll be saddened, but I'll go tell him.
I could be persuaded.
With what?
Money?
Yeah.
Somebody wants to give a speech. How much money?
I don't know. I'm kind of just thinking about it. I'm like,
and he's going to whisper under his breath. It's like, you do realize that as a dragon, you've got access to the draconic treasure, right?
God, I'm not robbing my kids. I mean, the 2 gold dragons.
Excuse me, what?
What?
Excuse me, what? All of
I
a
didn't
sudden,
say
Pi and
anything.
Denzel just like pop up out of nowhere behind you.
I swear to God, 100 gold.
I can get 100 gold, easy enough. He'll go and come back 10 minutes later and like, here's 100 gold.
Thanks. Slip of the tongue, I swear.
And you'll notice the coins are really, really old.
Ooh.
But they've got dragon heads on them, or at least on one
I
side.
could probably sell these for more, actually.
Maybe. They're a little dusty, too. But he gives you 100 gold. It's like, very well then, I will inform the governor you will be giving a speech after he talks.
Ah, crap. I hate crowds.
Well, you're right in the middle of one, a massive one. Take it off. Shut up, man. You'll get us all killed.
Denzel, how do I tell people in an appropriate fashion that if they interrupt me, I will blow them away?
Excuse me, gentlemen. If you make that comment again, I will be forced as a military officer to discipline you, which means I will take you over by the shore and beat you within an inch of your life.
Oh, not what I wanted.
Oh, yeah. A big guy who looks like he's a dock worker or something, or maybe a bricklayer. He's like 6'3", weighs like 200 pounds of solid muscle. He walks up to you, obviously drunk, and he points a finger in your chest, Denzel, and he's like, who the hell do you think you are?
I will pick his ass up by his fucking throat. But I got 19 strength.
give me an athletics roll.
No killing.
That is a 24.
Oh, yeah, you've got him, no problem. He's trying to stop you, but is having no luck with it. His hands are just smacking at yours, and he's choking. And,
do I need to repeat myself again?
Suddenly, he finds himself alone. All of his drunk friends have disappeared into the crowd. And he's like, that's about all he can do.
All right, I'll just let him go.
Yeah.
He runs away. And surprisingly, none of the guards in the area are looking at your direction when this happens. Didn't see a thing.
Yeah, probably should tone that back a bit.
Convenient, that.
Anyways, I guess I should go up and get ready for my speech.
Yeah, horns. I won't get too complicated with it. Horns blare somewhere in the distance. Dun, 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 and the governor steps up to a podium with about 50 other people, including imperial dignitaries and priests from the temple and captain of the dragon guard. And Cool and the twins are up there. And there is a long table you can see that's got plates and stuff, but they're not sitting at the table. They're all standing behind the governor at the moment. And Governor Draachus starts giving, he's dressed all in red, which he usually is. He gives a long-winded speech that lasts about, let's see, it lasts exactly 45 minutes.
Oh my fucking God.
And it's on and on and on about
straight monologuing.
How much we owe the dragons and how much they bring to all of us, and the Empire thanks everyone here on Dragon Island. Oh, and he runs down a list of names of people to thank, and the governor's up there, and he'll even name you guys one by one. And about 40 minutes into it, the same his assistant comes to Vreska and's like, you're up next in 5 minutes. His speech is almost done.
Oh my God, I thought I was ready to take a nap.
Well,
Paya is so excited for this.
And finally, the governor is done, and he's going to introduce you. And next up, speaking, is our own Captain Vareska. And everybody starts clapping and cheering.
Super green, super green.
Way far in the background, you hear a couple of people say, "Hey, take it off," and then followed up by "Bam, bam, 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 bam! Shut up! She'll eat us."
I will look for that motherfucker.
Don't worry, there's people already beating them up.
Okay.
Yeah, there's people in the crowd already beating them up. You guys don't even have to go into action. And the governor will step away from the podium, Vareska, and motion for you to step forward.
All right, so I'll go up to the podium and I'll say, thank you for the introduction.
It gets quiet. Everyone is paying attention to your word.
Oh, God. Out of character, it's like, Mr. President, get down. All right. So in character, I'll say thanks, Sir Governor of Draachus Island. I'm Captain Vareska. I'm going to be the new captain of the island, among many of the others I'm sure are here. And as one of the older dragons of the islands, I'm just as much invested in protecting this land and culture as much as any of you are. I hope I can fit in well and make myself useful to all of the citizens. That's it.
Wow. The governor comes back forward clapping.
Pio raises his glass and goes, "Woo!"
The crowd actually goes nuts, but they're also about half drunk. And
I'm like how I didn't have to make a roll. Thank God.
no.
I had just set with guidance anyway. So
Governor Draachus will come back up to the podium and it's like, he's clapping. Everyone thank Captain Vareska for that brief speech. Now it's time to celebrate, and he announces they're going to start handing out food to everybody. Everybody's getting cake. And like I said, there is a long table with plates and glasses and stuff, like real glasses, set out. And that's where the dragons and all their friends are going to sit. And they're going to line them up. The twins in the middle, Cool on one side, and Vareska on the other side. And of course, the governor is going to sit there, and the high priest and a few other important people. And you guys are all, this is where you're seated too.
Thanks.
But yeah, they're getting down. Servants are bringing in literally cake. And there is a special cake that's just for the dragons. It looks like it's sort of a tannish color. It's sort of a caramel cake. And yes, you will notice there are now platinum plates, but just for the 4 dragons. And they're still warm.
that's just beautiful. Now we know what took so long.
Keep going. We're not done yet.
Just keep talking.
Okay, what next? How about that game last night? Did you guys catch that? Yes.
Pio would like to go over to Denzal, and I'd just like to hand him one of the gourds of the homemade wine that I made.
Thanks, buddy.
So him and Vareska to enjoy that later on tonight. Made it myself, extra special.
Sweet.
They are serving wine, but they're bringing out milk for the kids. Even Cool, they're giving milk to. Vareska can have whatever she wants.
Yeah, I gave him a special gourd for later. It's gonna be a long night.
Well, it might be.
Giving him some of that super juice.
So once all the cake is handed out, the high priest of dragons is going to stand up and kind of give a little bow and say a prayer to Bahamut. And then after that, he's like, we can all eat now. And the kids are sitting there with forks like at the ready. And as soon as he says we can all eat now, the twins are just like digging in to their cake.
Can Paya find a really big leg?
A really big what?
A leg of meat. I just want to eat a whole leg.
You can ask for one. They haven't served that yet. They're just serving cake at the moment.
Oh, it's just cake right now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll wait.
Cake. Crap.
It's a special caramel cake that they made. The official dragon baker of the
It's
temple.
red velvet just for the red dragon.
It's actually kind of a caramel looking cake, but next time he may do a red velvet cake. Oh, if only that had occurred to us.
She's just gonna sit back and not eat the cake. She's like, it's too much sugar.
The kids are like, oh, come on, Nima. You've got to have some cake. This stuff's good. It's awesome.
It's going to get stuck in my teeth. Oh my God. Fine.
It's not getting stuck in your teeth.
Fine. I'll eat some damn cake. And I start reluctantly eating this cake.
Okay. Is Cool eating the cake too? I'm taking it. Yeah, she'll eat the cake.
I'm more of a meat
Only
person.
some of the best chefs in the world, you're forced to eat their food.
I'm a meat person.
Chagatai is going to sit over by Cool so that he can spend time with her and basically to say, "You look good in silver, baby."
Yeah, she was dead, but now she's back. Looks good in silver. Okay, Vareska. Because you knew this was coming, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I fucking knew it. Special cake my ass. God damn it.
And I seriously considered checking it for poison and disease, but I thought there's no way.
Oh,
I didn't prepare that stupid spell. Why would you do that? Silly
Well,
me.
I got 9.
okay. Total?
Yes.
Okay.
Hold up.
You take 2 points of poison damage, and you have the poison condition.
I'm just gonna fucking belch at this cake because it probably tastes awful.
And Robin seems okay, and Cool seems okay, but Reuben, the little boy, sort of is coughing and gasping, and then he's like throwing up over to the side.
Okay,
And-
hold on. Because I have to look up this spell because it's always prepared, so I don't know what it is.
You're a life cleric, right? Lesser restoration?
I am the Twilight, so I get Aura of Vitality as a automatic spell, and I don't remember what the hell it does. And I also have Aura of Life if necessary, so. That one heals. Life-preserving energy, Aura moves with you, non-hostile creature. Hit point maximum can't be reduced. And regains 1 hit point. So Aura of Vitality is probably going to be the better one. So Can I tell that something is up?
I think the signs are obvious.
If I can tell that something is going on, I will cast Aura of Vitality, which is a 3rd level evocation spell. Healing energy radiates from me in an aura of 30-foot radius. Until the spell ends, the aura moves with you, centered on you. I can use a bonus action to cause one creature in the aura, including me, to regain 2d6 hit points.
Okay, you need to roll it. You don't need to roll it because it doesn't have any effect. I mean, the spell goes off. The spell does work. It does not heal anyone, though. Or it doesn't heal the 2 dragons. It doesn't heal Vareska or Reuben.
Okay.
And Vareska didn't take that much damage, and Reuben didn't either. But
okay.
So I didn't heal the 2 points that I received.
Nope, you do not. And
So
you still
angry.
have the poisoned condition.
Okay. I'm gonna get up now.
It's just disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. And the overall crowd doesn't seem to notice anything's wrong, but the people in your immediate vicinity, a couple of guards and priests come over to Reuben because he's like puking at the moment. And Vareska, you're kind of feeling like you want to also. Now, whether you do or not, I'll let you decide.
No, she's just gonna get up and she's gonna definitely feel sick. But she feels more angry than she is sick.
And for that matter, the governor is going to come over and he looks concerned and he's like, what's happening to Reuben? And Vareska, you look a little green yourself.
The cake's been poisoned.
Where is the baker at?
The baker? Probably downstairs in the kitchen, more than likely.
I look at 2 guards that are not really doing anything. I was like, go fetch the baker.
Paya's gonna escort them. He's gonna go with.
Don't send the guards. You need to go do it. Go get them yourself.
Right,
I'm going to go get the baker. Paya's already going. He already started walking.
I'm going with you.
Like speed walking.
Upon your words, the governor is going to speak to some of the high priests, and they're going to take the cake away from Robin and Cool, who do not seem to be affected, at least so far anyway. Oh, 17.
I knew I was a meat person. God damn it.
17 plus 4 is going to be 21, plus another 7 is a 28.
Okay. Yeah, you can kind of smell the cake, and it's very faint, but it is a poison called pale tincture. That I could tell you what it does, or you guys can all jump on Google and find out for yourselves.
I'd rather you just tell me, but
okay.
You are Google.
It is you have to ingest this poison, and once you do, you must succeed on a DC 16 Constitution saving throw, or take 1d6 poison damage and become poisoned. That's just the beginning. After that, the poison creature must repeat the saving throw every 24 hours, each time taking a d6 poison damage on a failed save. Until the poison ends, the damage the poison deals can't be healed by any means. After 7 successful saving throws, the effect ends and the creature can heal normally. So, you got a week of this.
Motherfucker.
Maybe
as soon as
longer.
we make the saves, yeah.
Yeah, it'd take you 7 straight days to make the saves. There may be some magical things you could do to help, of course, but you can't just heal the stuff. And what kind of plus does Vareska actually have to her Constitution save?
It's +7 right now.
No, that's not too bad.
No.
I don't know what Cool's is offhand, but
It should be the same.
The kids might have a little harder time healing up, but they have priest cast guidance and other spells and things like that can help with their saving throws. Or actually, they're gold dragons. They can automatically save at least once a day. So they'll be okay in a week. I forget if it's once a day or three a day for gold dragons. It's one or the other.
I imagine it's based on their age, but yeah.
Yeah, it probably is.
I don't think Worm
but yeah, they can
gets
do
the
it.
legendary.
So who went after the baker?
Me
Paya
and
and Denzal.
Paya and Denzal. Okay. Yeah, no, they don't get their. Yeah, they don't get their legendary saves, their actions, so they're going to take a while. Okay,
on the
you
way
guys.
down there, I'm gonna cast bless on me and Paya.
Okay. You guys get down to the kitchen. You've been around here a couple of months now, so you know the way to the kitchen. You know where it's at and stuff. And you get in there, and the place is busy. There's people dressed in white working all over the place, cutting up stuff and pouring stuff and cooking stuff and things like that.
Can I just straight... It's not very good, but can I just straight insight check the whole room as I'm going through? Like, I'm trying to find the head chef, of course, but I'm trying to insight check the whole room, like see who's up. I don't know if that'd be perception or insight. It's up to you.
I'm trying to think. Give me an insight roll.
I can give
Okay.
you advantage.
Give me advantage on it? Okay.
Yeah.
I will take that advantage.
The DC is going to be higher than normal because you're trying to do a whole room instead of just a person, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is going to be... that's a dirty 20.
Okay.
I say but only because I think it's going to be a little higher than that.
With a dirty 20, everybody just seems busy to you. There is one guy that's kind of in the back that is yelling at everybody. He sort of seems like he's in charge. And he's like, stir that. Oh, you've overcooked that. I mean, you dumb son of a bitch, I'm going to fire you if you don't put that icing on that other cake. Yeah, you're hearing some of that going on, but nobody's really giving you like the heebie-jeebies like, okay. There's something evil going on or whatever.
Does anybody seem out of place?
Gordon Ramsay over there.
He seems different than everybody else, but no, I mean, probably the most out of place people are you two. And nobody's really paying attention to you. They are just too busy. Not only are they feeding the dragons and all their friends and upstairs, they're literally making food for like thousands of people because they are putting out, I mean, not the whole city or even the whole island, but they are giving out a lot of food.
I'll move over to the chef.
The loudmouth guy?
Yeah, I'm like, hey, you, who baked the cakes?
We've got a whole staff that bakes cakes. There's lots of cakes.
Where are they at?
Well, who baked the big fucking cake?
Who baked the cake for the dragons specifically?
Oh, that would be our head baker, Lubin.
Where's he at?
He's looking around. Oh, he was here up until a few minutes ago.
Lubin, you traitor.
With us being here as long as we have, would we recognize Lubin in any way, shape, or form? The name pop up? Have we seen him when he never came in to deliver food or
yeah,
a compliment to the chef sort of visit?
you've heard the name and you've probably seen him a few times. I mean, you don't know him well or anything. Probably haven't even spoken with him, but
at least like maybe a glimpse of his face that I'd be able to recognize from the
yeah,
mention of his name.
you'd probably recognize him. He's human.
All right.
Okay.
So who's the second underneath Ruben?
He points back in a corner. It's actually it's a massive room. This kitchen is, so the corner. When I say corner, it's not small, but you see a bunch of brick ovens back there, and he's like, back there is where Lubin and his people work. You can ask one of them.
All right. I grab him by his shirt and drag him along, and I'd like, look, the fucking dragons were poisoned. You're gonna show me who I need to talk to. Make it happen. And I fucking like throw him, like move him forward, like hurry up.
As soon as you say, when you first grab him, he acts like he's getting ready to do something. Like in fact, his hand kind of reaches for a meat cleaver that's off to one side. But as soon as you say the dragons were poisoned, he stops doing that and looks you in the eyes, and his eyes get really big. And he's like, "The dragons were poisoned by the cake?"
Yes. Now show me who I need to talk to.
Oh my gosh, right over here. He runs over and points to a young lady who she's human. She looks like she's in her early 20s.
All right. So I'm gonna get about 2 inches from her face, and like, I'm gonna ask you once. Where do you think Ruben is?
Ken, while he's doing that, Paya's searching around to see any remnants of any
The cake.
So any cake, any vials that have been discarded, I'm looking for
Give
just
me
looking through the general area, trying to find anything suspicious.
Give me an investigation roll.
Natural 20.
Okay, you don't find anything as obvious as like a vial, like with label poison on it or anything, but you do see a
No
couple
skull
of
and crossbones.
No, you do see a couple of rather large bowls. One of them has some kind of uncooked batter in it, and the other one has like cake icing in it. They're starting to harden a little bit because they've been sitting out for a while, but the batter and the icing are the same colors as the cake that was upstairs. Again, kind of a light brown sort of color. And you've noticed that everybody else is getting white cake. So this is definitely different.
Okay.
As for the young lady that Denzal was sort of kind of threatening, she's like, Master Baker Lubin was just here a little bit ago. He said he was going to go out front and watch the dragons eat the cake, and then he would be back. I guess he didn't specify.
Okay.
But,
do you know where his quarters are?
Yeah, he has quarters here in the temple.
All right, come on, show me where they are.
Were you two the only ones working on the cake? Who else worked on this cake?
Master Lubin did the dragon cake himself. He said he wouldn't let any incompetents work on the cake.
Okay, good. Let's go. Yeah. And Paya just starts walking, like trying to push him forward.
Okay. She's going to take you through hallways and stuff to his back upstairs real quick where Chagatai and Vareska are. Are you guys doing anything up there?
Just trying to save face mostly.
Yeah, the crowd, for the most part, there's so many people partying and drinking and eating cake, they don't really seem to have noticed. And, you know, an 8-year-old kid throwing up is not that out of the ordinary that it's really drawing a lot of attention. And the guards and the priests are trying to, they're not really covering things up, but they're actually going to take Reuben away. I mean, they're not carrying him out. He is walking, but one of the priests has a hand around his shoulders. If anything, his sister's like, well, I hope he's okay, but now we don't have any cake. So somebody brings her and Cool a piece of regular white cake, and
before they take a bite of it, I don't know, smell for the
Shekatai.
Yes.
Actually, they put a piece of cake in front of you too, Vereska. It's just
Yeah.
white cake with white icing.
No, it's fucking cake's ruined forever now.
But
I had one cake; it was poison.
that's special bacon cake. It's got pig bacon in it. We made it just for the
I
dragons.
will incinerate it. I say, I asked Dragonite, is that poison particularly lethal?
It can be just in the fact that you can't heal at all.
All right. But we're surrounded by priests. So that wouldn't... They would know that wouldn't kill any one of us.
It's going to make you weak for at least a week.
Go follow Ruben.
And while it's not much of a threat to... probably not much of a threat to Vereska, and maybe not cool. I mean, Vereska would know that the kids, even as wormlings... to meta a little bit, Vereska would know the kids have a fair amount of hit points. I mean, it's not like, they've got like 4 hit points or anything like that. But if they weren't making their saves and this poison continued, it could, in a couple of weeks, potentially be deadly to the gold dragons because they're so young.
Yeah, but I'm not worried about that. Even though it is a problem, I feel like the priests would be smart enough to say, like, hey, they've been hit by poison. We'll learn the spell tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then get rid of it.
They'll deal with it one way or the other.
Which is making me think this is just a distraction. And I'm going to say to Shagatai, this poison isn't going to kill them anytime soon. I think maybe they're just trying to split them apart, get them alone.
Can do. On your orders, Captain. And I'll immediately go after Ruben.
Actually, the captain of the Dragon Guard, which is basically the captain of the Temple Guard, he overhears you say this, Vereska. And he's like, we can get all the dragons away and keep them in one safe area. He sort of keeps his voice low, but there's not much reason to because there is a lot of noise going on.
That's probably for the best.
Okay. So he's going to have fun explaining the Cool and Robin. Yes, you can take your cake with you, but we've got to go somewhere else right now. So they don't seem happy about it, but they're going to leave with Ruben. And Robin's actually going to take a piece of cake and then wave to everybody out in the crowd. And a bunch of people wave and yell back. And they're going to take them to a seemingly safe location together. And then
I'll go with them.
And then the captain of the guard is just going to be like, Lady Vereska, or Captain Vereska, do you want to go with them?
I'm going to go with Shagatai.
Okay. And Shagatai's going with the dragons?
Yes.
Are all 3 of them going to the same place?
Yes.
Okay. Then, yes, I'll go with them.
Probably the safest place on the island, the captain will tell you.
I feel like as much as I want that to be reassuring, I feel like that's not as useful as we think it is.
Maybe not. But yes, they're going to take you all down into the bowels of the temple, even into some older parts of the temple. And I'll tell you where they go in a minute, because I'm going to go back to Paya and Denzal. So this young baker is going to take you guys through sort of a maze of, you can tell they're rooms where obviously servants and people who work in the temple work. I mean, there's small bedrooms and stuff. And they actually take you to one of the larger rooms, and even it's not massive. I mean, it's somewhat comfortable for one person. You get there and the door's wide open.
All right. Going in.
Okay.
Weapons open.
First, I just kind of want to check for traps before we're walking into this room. Like, I'm just gonna put a hand out in front of Denzel real quick, and I'm just scanning the rim of the doorway and just kind of trying to peer in. I know it's open, but I'm just looking as we're walking in.
Everybody give me a perception roll. This shouldn't be that hard, but
Okie dokie, that's what I do. I perceive things. Oh, okay.
except this time.
Well, I rolled an 8, but I got a +9, so I still 17.
I got a dirty 20.
Okay. You two are good. The girl that with you isn't. You don't see any traps or anything like that, but both of you notice there is a pretty sizable, fairly nice bed there. Underneath the bed, you see part of a hand sticking out.
Shit.
Can I see? Can I just like crouch low and see if there's a body attached to the hand still?
Oh yeah. There's a body attached to the hand, or there's a person attached to the hand, and he's not moving.
All right, I'm gonna pull him out from underneath the bed.
Oh yeah, his throat has been slit.
I asked the girl, "Is this?"
Yeah, that's him. She's kind of like, oh, by the gods.
Has it been slit, or did he slit his own? Is there any sign that he did it to himself? Or is there like any defensive wounds?
You don't see defensive wounds, but you don't see a weapon either. And you also, I won't make you make a roll for this. You can tell it's been a while since this happened. Like where his throat's been slit, the blood is drying up. Okay,
so would I guess that by a while you mean like it was earlier today?
Probably. I mean, it's not been days.
No, but it was probably like this morning.
Maybe.
Right,
yeah.
Okay.
You know it's not been like in the last couple hours anyway.
Does the room look like stuff has been grabbed, or it's just?
No, it's not been ransacked or destroyed or anything like that. In fact, like I said, the door was open when you came up to it, which was unusual.
Okay.
Can you send messages, Denzel?
No, I can't.
God damn it. Okay, so I'm just gonna start booking it as fast as I can towards
let's go back to
back to Lord Draachus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go back to the table, so I'm guessing that's where he's at.
Yeah, you'll get up there and you'll see the dragons are all gone. And Chagatai's gone. And Vareska's gone too. And a couple of priests are looking at the cake that the dragons were eating the last time, or getting ready to eat the last time you saw them. Or were eating the last time you saw them.
I'm going to ask where they went.
The governor will, again, he's kind of keeping his voice low. He'll be like, the captain of the guard took Vareska and Chagatai and the dragons to a safe place on the island. I can have one of the other guards lead you there if you want to go.
We need to go now.
Okay. He'll point to a guard and be like, take them. And the guard's going to take you. And this is a place you guys have not been to before in the island. But before I explain what that is, let's take a 5-minute break, and I'm going to go get something to drink.
Okie dokie.
Dragon instincts are kicking in. I'm ready to kick ass. This safe room's not safe. It's everything but. The safe room's a lie.
It's all a lie. You're in the Matrix. None of it's real.
Oh, no. My character's actually a 28-year-old man. Help. Why are all the gods just rolling dice up there? This is just a game.
You have the boon of fourth wall breaking. You know that this is in fact all just a game.
I actually kind
of been to the Temple of Rick.
I actually find that or
funny. What's I forget what it's called.
The memes where it's like, oh yes, you have perfect insight of like every person that's going on. So after like the first time he has it, he's like, huh, just some like, yeah, this person's who I see them as, but they're actually this one other guy that's like kind of just playing a game. And then he like has more conversations with people, and he's like, actually everyone's motive is from this guy. Who the fuck is this guy?
They call him the DM.
And then basically that would actually make for a good premise for like a cartoon or an anime, where like they're trying to hunt down the dungeon master, but it's just not something they can realistically reach, but they just keep going anyways.
Almost sounds like what I've been told Sword Art Online basic premise started off as.
Well, yeah,
I
but
think it
that
would
was
be
a
more
video
like,
game.
have you guys seen Overlord?
Right.
Yeah, Overlord and Sword Art Online kind of did. Well, Sword Art Online did it where they were trying to reach the end of the game, but ran into the creator. And Overlord is the exact opposite.
Yeah.
It's about
Well, the NPCs actually come to life in Overlord, so that's why I would kind of make it to where they're
they didn't come
more
to
along that
life.
line.
They're just their AI programming just came into full script.
Yeah, well, came into life as a relative term. All right, well,
Yeah.
you get what I mean by it. You get what I mean by it.
There was a video I saw on Facebook, and it was like how the NPCs feel when you keep skipping the conversation. Hello, I skip. Yes, we had a skip. My wife and child skip.
Oh, I've seen that. That's funny. I love it. It's the British guys, right?
No, they're
Yeah.
actually New Zealanders.
Oh well. Oh
Kiwis.
well.
They sound the same though.
Okay, so you know what I mean. I never say what I mean, but you guys understand what I mean, right?
Right. But yeah, I that one was fucking hilarious.
It was a good one.
My wife and child have died.
Whose wife and child have died?
It just NPCs.
Oh,
Poor NPCs. When they were so vital to the storyline, but then get killed 30 seconds after their introduction.
Hey, we've experienced that on Thursday, and it basically killed a group.
yeah. But then you have NPCs like Baron Gray, who have been around forever and keep showing up across multiple campaigns.
Jesus fucking Christ, just die.
I thought Vareska actually liked Baron Gray.
Yeah, no, Vareska does.
But
Shivala
all the
and
other
every other
people in
character
Alex's
doesn't.
head.
Well, Vareska met him at a different point in his life when he had different goals.
I'm on a quest to save my girlfriend. And then it turned into I'm a time traveling badass that just really inconveniences everyone.
Just keep in mind, you guys actually haven't met the Emperor in this campaign.
Oh, I hate this future already.
Oh.
So, which timeline are you in? Because if you remember from the last campaign, he was Emperor for a little while.
Yeah, but we're further ahead in the story than that.
It doesn't matter.
You're trying to pull the string of time too tight there, buddy. We could be in a different timeline.
You could be.
Oh, God.
This hurts my brain, Ty.
Trust me. Try putting up with 3 fucking campaigns of this shit.
Oh.
Okay, let's just state the fact that you have voluntarily put up with this for 3 fucking campaigns.
To be fair, I got back at him with Shivala. so it's okay.
That is fair. That's fair.
That's
Okay,
that's
so
true.
next campaign, Alex is DM, and we get to see how good Ty is at fucking with his campaign.
That's pretty good.
Going.
That's pretty good. Oh
Thanks,
no!
I would like to. I would like to play
Well,
with you.
time
Ty.
to plan an evil campaign then.
It'd
Oh,
be
you
super
don't wanna do that.
sadistic, and yeah, no, I think this would be fun.
Oh, I would either come up with in an evil campaign, I would either play the goody two shoes guy who's like he's secretly a good guy, trying to, I don't know, arrest everybody, or I would play the super awful bad guy who is so awful even it would make the other evil characters want to throw up.
You tried that once; it didn't work.
Oh, are you talking about Daystone?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no, Daystone was nice. I'd come up with like a guy who's a serial killer or something.
I could go with my rather chaotic potion slinging rogue, which is a lot of fucking fun.
Or I could be like Dexter, a serial killer who kills other serial killers,
That's
or
fun.
kills bad people in general. That'd be kind of fun too.
Well, I have a quest to kill my whole party. This is good.
Well, yeah, but you don't want to do it right away. You want to, learn people's weaknesses. Shit, it's Shavola. She doesn't have any.
Yes, she does. Intelligence saves.
Okay, Google D&D spells with intelligence saves.
There's a lot of them.
Sliver?
Yeah, I wonder if you can actually look it up that way.
No. Just cast Maze on her. She'll be in there for like ever.
For a good long time.
Well, there's Feeble Mind, but I mean, you wouldn't be able to tell much difference.
I don't think you would want to do that. Ha! You're stupider than you were before, and she starts beating the shit out of you anyways. It's like, oh my god.
She's actually smarter.
Okay, D&D spells with intelligence save that have really long casting ranges. Damn it, they're all touch spells. Shit.
Mine's Sliver, I think, is 60 feet. It's an intelligence save.
That is too
And
close.
That is too close.
It basically gives.
We're looking for like a 300-foot range here, bud.
It basically does Bane for one more for the next saving throw. So you get a bonus on your next attacking saving throw on her.
I throw a Tarask at her. She wrestles it.
She
Shit.
would.
Wouldn't surprise me.
And she'd probably win. Okay. All right. I'm going to cut through some stuff. Denzal and Paya, the guard's moving faster. You guys are moving faster, so you're going to catch up with everybody
By the way,
else.
I would have briefly told the governor about the now dead chef and the fact that he had a proxy in his place that
Okay.
potentially could have been seen at the back of the dining area running off.
Okay. He will kind of go wide at that, but he will pass word along to the other guards. And he's kind of trusting you guys at least to lead the investigation for the moment. But with the dragons gone, he kind of has to keep face so that nobody, or at least the crowd, doesn't realize something too bad is going on.
When things go wrong, they'll feel it.
If they go really wrong, yeah. But all of you guys are going to catch up to Vareska and Chagatai and the Dragon Kids and the Captain of the Guards, who will actually have like 6 other guards with him. And all of you are high enough level that you are experienced enough to know that this captain and these guards, these aren't like first level stooges or first level fighters or something. These people are pretty well trained to know their stuff. I'm not saying they're necessarily like 15th level or anything, but yeah, these aren't like little first and second level people.
They
know
some
what
chunky
they're doing.
boys.
Yeah, and some of them you probably know at least by, I mean, you've been here a couple of months, so you at least know what they look like and stuff. So, and you guys have done some training, so you've probably seen these guys do some training. And yeah, the Dragon Guards are really. In fact, the Dragon Guards are vastly outnumbered by the Imperial soldiers that are here. But if for some reason they got in a fight, you're not so sure the Dragon Guards wouldn't win in a straight up normal match, fighting combat anyway. Even if they are outnumbered like 10-1. But you guys go deep down into old parts of the temple. Those of you with high perception rolls or maybe some special feats or abilities will realize fairly soon that you've been traveling a good long while going down steps. You're probably starting to get a little tired. In fact, Robin and Ruben will want to be carried at some point, and guards will do that unless somebody wants to carry them.
No, I just got my crossbow knocked the entire time, ready to go.
Okay. You'll realize after a while that you're probably underground at this point. But yet you keep going. And it is kind of a maze. There's some twists and turns, and you go down some side tunnels and stuff, but you're always going down. And eventually you get to a pair of double doors that are very thick and old wood. They have iron bands across them. And in front of these doors stand two guards in full plate mail. And they're at attention when you guys are walking up to them. For like a second, they're at attention. And then they start putting their hands on their weapons. Not like to attack you guys, but the captain comes up to them and explains what's going on, and they definitely take their weapons out now. And they are on watch, for sure. They're looking past you guys. They even their eyes even look over you guys. And amazingly, even though you've been here a couple of months, you do not recognize these two guards. You've never seen them before. They both are human, or at least appear to be human anyway. And the captain talks to one of them again, and that guard reaches inside a pouch that's around his neck and takes out what appears to be a gold key and hands it to the captain, and the captain unlocks the door and starts pulling them open. And they are heavy. These doors are pretty tall, too. They're about 10 feet tall. And he'll say, "Inside, quick, please." And you guys can see through when the doors are open, you can see inside what appears to be a fairly natural cavern. Cavern is maybe not the right word, even though it's natural. I mean, it is underground, but it's not that big of a room. I mean, 10, 20 people can be in here, and it's not overly crowded. There's plenty of standing room. But you see another pair of similar doors about 30 feet away in another wall across from the entrance. But the captain's ushering all of you in. He's like, "Please, everyone inside here."
All right. I'll go in first.
Once everyone's inside, the captain, one of those two guards goes with you guys, but the other one stays outside. Then the captain hands that guard the key, hands him back the key, and the guard pulls closed the two doors you just came through, and he actually takes the key and locks them and puts that key away. Then he takes out another key, and this one is shiny, like platinum shiny. And he goes over and unlocks the other set of doors, and he and the captain start pulling those open. And then the captain's like, "Everyone inside, please." Long story short, once everybody goes through those doors, the captain and his 6 guards will go with you. But the one guard who has the key actually stays on the outside and will shut, and you can hear him lock the doors. And this area, you can tell, is definitely a big cavern because you can't see the walls all the way around. At the captain and the guards have taken torches with them. But this is obviously a very big room, humongous. You can kind of feel because the air is a very large room. You just can't see very far in it because it's so large. However, a goodly distance away, probably a couple of 100 yards, you can see sort of what at first, because of the distance, is like, oh, that's a big bright light. It's actually not a light. It's a large cave mouth that opens to the outside, so you see natural light coming in. And it opens up onto the ocean. There's actually water not coming into this cave you're in, but the water's like coming up right to the edge of the cave. Like there's a lip there or something that's keeping the water out. So you can see that off in the distance. But other than that, you can only see like right around you. And the captain will be like, this, believe it or not, is the safest place probably on the island, if not the world, maybe.
At least it's got a back door. That's a good point.
It does. And it appears open to the elements. I mean, again, it's like 200 yards away, but it appears to be open to the elements.
Can people see in?
Do you ask this, or you?
Yeah,
ask
I asked him.
Captain
Like,
this?
is it shrouded by an image, like illusion or thing?
He's like, yes, it's hidden from the outside. Plus, there's other protective spells, including alarm spells. And he's like, here, we should probably take the children over here. And he moves to one side, a good little ways, 50, 60 feet, something like that. And you didn't see it at first, but when he walks over there with a torch, you see there is a great big 20-foot tall platinum statue of a dragon with red gems for eyes. Well, they're red at first, but they kind of seem to shift in the torchlight. Sometimes they're red, sometimes they're gold, sometimes they're kind of a silverish color. But it's standing on its back legs with its front paws, almost like a lion, like it's standing up. And it is on a pedestal, which even adds to the height, so it's probably more like 25 feet tall. And he motions for his guards. He's like, bring the children over here and let them lay down. And everybody give me a perception roll.
Hey, perception.
5.
That'd be a 20,
I was going to
25
polymorph, but I don't think it's that important.
That's going to be a 16 for me.
20.
18.
I got a 25.
Okay, you only needed a 10 or higher.
Okay.
So Vareska's apparently the only one who doesn't notice.
Well, I'm at disadvantage with no bonus.
No, that's true. You are. Not when you first came into this big cavern. It was just stone ground or whatever. But when you see the captain over by the statue, if you guys head that direction, you're walking on gold coins. And I don't mean like there's a stone floor with a few gold coins here and there. I mean, you see nothing but gold coins that you're walking on.
Anybody want to
as they're walking and with the utmost urgency with the situation at hand, kind of takes his backpack off, puts it down low to the ground with the flap open, because, you know, it's my lovely haversack, and I'm just sort of like trudging it along, trying to scoop as many coins as I can as we're going.
You're going to steal from the guards with the guards standing right there.
The guards aren't paying that much attention. However, the young blonde girl, Robin, suddenly her eyes flare up, and she will look at you and she's like, don't do that.
Okay. And I put my backpack back.
Before even anybody else notices, she notices. She's like, I may be young. I'm still a dragon, and that's my treasure, damn it.
Yes, ma'am.
And then she's like, oh, I'm sorry for my words.
Nope, those were appropriate words. Those are the right words.
I don't argue
those are the right words.
Yeah, they're still dragons. That's their treasure you're messing with. Now, if
I
you
mean,
want
hey,
to borrow,
there's a lot going on. I gotta shoot my shot.
that's true. But if you want to borrow some, you can. Then you'll have to talk about interest rates. But yeah, they're basically putting the kids down sort of over by the statue. And other than Robin sort of flaring up for a moment there, the kids all kind of sit down. And Ruben, who's still holding his stomach, oh, it hurts. Shut up, Ruben. You only took 1 hit point of damage. He'll kind of sit in the ground with his back to the statue. And Cool, for her part, is kind of sort of playing with Robin a little bit, sort of not necessarily to have fun, but more like to keep her distracted than anything. And the captain of the guard's like, I don't know how long we need to wait here, but I suppose eventually the governor will send somebody down to tell us that things are safe, if they ever are, or can be. So what do you guys want to do?
So, Denzel, Pio, what did you find?
Found a dead body. Looks like a couple hours old.
The chef apparently
later.
has been dead all day.
So,
Sorry,
dead chef, somebody...
the baker has been dead all day. And his proxy came to the event to watch you guys eat and then ran off.
Of course, by then I think he might have already changed disguise. I think, anyways.
So we have a professional then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, he definitely moved to his advantage, that's for sure.
It's kind of hard to think. I'm just gonna go over there for a sec. I'm gonna I'm just going to walk over to the wall, and I'm just gonna throw up this hot ball of fire that just cools into this black rock.
Okay.
Paya's gonna walk over to Chagatai. You know, buddy, and I'm gonna pat him on the shoulder. It's really nice to have you back now. You wouldn't happen to be able to commune with your god and ask her for any information on the situation, would you, buddy?
I would, but it would probably take. I would need to take the gold that you stole from the dragons and buy some incense.
I'm sure you would. And I'll go ahead and hand him over the 24 gold.
Actually, Chagatai would probably notice before anybody that this 25-foot tall statue is sort of on like a stone pedestal, which actually has platinum on it too, though the inside stone. There are 2 small bowls sort of in inserts in front of the pedestal, about 4 feet, 3 or 4 feet off the ground. And you can actually see there is incense there. Now, whether you need a particular type of incense for saloon or not, but you do see incense there, and you can also see that there's signs of incense has been burnt here before. And the captain will tell you guys that we should be absolutely safe here, but if worst came to worst, there is a small, there is a boat that's kept near the entrance we could go out that way if we have to, but we shouldn't. We should not need to. There are all kinds of magical protections on this place. And on top of that,
Sorry, interwebs. I would need. I still have to prepare another spell.
Okay. And he'll tell you, the captain will also say, it's like, I'm no cleric, no spellcaster, but the high priests also tell us that this place has been dedicated to the father of dragons himself, and that he personally sees over this place and protects it.
Nice.
That could be true. It could be priestly gobbledygook. I don't know. But the ground actually tremors just a little bit as he says, priestly gobbledygook.
Probably not priestly gobbledygook. Yeah, I would have to prepare this, have the spell prepared already before I could cast it, even if I tried to cast it as a ritual.
Yeah, I just figured I'd take a shot. I figured that'd be a good way to try to get some insight onto who is at least going after us. I mean, we can kind of assume, but at least give us some more solid leads on where to go. It's okay. We can do that tomorrow.
Or what level cleric is Chagatai?
8.
8. Well, there is always that. You could directly call on your god, and what is it? You've got like a...
That's at level 10.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I was thinking it was 8. You're right. It's at level 10. What spell were you thinking of using?
Divination.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I get one question, and it costs 25. It's 25 gold worth of incense, specific to the god, but there's a decent chance that there's overlap between Bahamut and Saloon's incense.
Yeah, they probably get along at least.
Close enough incense preparation, I guess.
Wait, so you do have that prepared?
I don't. I would have to prepare it in the morning.
Oh, okay.
But
And none of the priests that are with us would have anything along
we have
that
any priests
means.
with us. I don't think we have any priests with us.
We only have guards with us.
Yeah, there's 6
Okay.
guards and the captain, and they kind of seem to be settling in for the long haul. I mean, the guards are keeping watch, but they spread out sort of in a half circle around you guys and the dragons. It's kind of up to you.
Well, I'm gonna see if I can catch some. Well, never mind. Is there any water that comes in there at all where I could like fish?
You could walk right up to the edge. I mean, it's like a couple of 100 yards away, but I mean, it is open to the ocean.
I'll go take a peek.
Yeah, you could fish there.
All right. I'll throw a line out.
You know what? I'm going to sit in front of the statue. I'm going to turn my back to it, but I'm going to spread my wings and I'm going to just meditate in the area.
Okay. Oh, shit. I've lost a sheet I needed. There's going to be some time pass. Probably an hour at least. If Denzal wants to give me a fishing roll, he can to see how well he did. Okay.
Wisdom or?
Yeah, we'll go with wisdom.
All right. Let's see.
go.
Let's say that's probably going to be. All right. That'll give me about a 19.
Over about an hour. Yeah, you actually have a little luck. You can get 4 sea bass. Which is actually pretty good for an hour.
Hell yeah.
Hell to the yes.
I'll come back. Is there any can I find any kindling or like mushroom stalks or anything to make a fire?
Any wood crates? Any chairs?
You do not see anything like that. But I will say this, Denzal, since you basically walked all the way across this cavern to the other side. You noticed that until you were about maybe 30 feet from the water, you were walking on cleans the whole time. And with the light that's coming through this cavern hole to the ocean is big enough you could sail a boat through if there was water inside the cavern. It's not just gold you're walking on. You see glints of other colored coins and gems and jewelry here and there. And occasionally you'll see something like, ooh, that's a shiny gold sword or a helmet. You see all kinds of stuff down here.
Any golden fishing poles?
There's got to be one.
You do not see a golden fishing pole.
All right.
What about a jade fishing pole?
No, you don't see one. That doesn't mean there's not one down here.
Yeah, I'm not touching this shit.
After about an hour, there was a knock on the outside door. And the captain was seated on the ground to rest a little bit, kind of stands up.
I'll go over with him.
And
pull out my bow, not the arrow.
He goes over, and remember, you guys were locked in here. He doesn't have a key, but he will go over and knock back. And a few seconds later, you hear a clicking from the outside, and the door swings open. It swings outward, away from you guys, actually. And the one guard who had the keys is standing out there, but in front of him is the governor. And he looks a little worried, but he's like, "Are all of you safe down here?"
Thus far.
Well, good. We haven't. Things are dying down a little bit up top, but there's still plenty of eating and revelry going on. But for the time being, we can't keep you here forever because there's not food and the like. So we're thinking we probably need to move the dragons someplace else.
I got fish.
Oh, well, that's good. There's some food, but you're going to need drinking water. And so we're thinking about taking basically taking the kids back to their rooms. Robin and Ruben have a room together, but Cool has her own room. And for that matter, each of you guys has your own room in the temple. He was like, thinking we'd just take them back to their rooms and plant plenty of guards outside their doors. Maybe with some priests also. Because we can't keep you here forever.
No. Have you already checked their rooms?
Yeah, there's been guards that have been to their rooms and looked and didn't find anything. We haven't caught the bastard who apparently tried to do this. But do the lot of you need to do anything before we go?
No.
Nothing?
No.
Okay. very well. Then captains.
I could use some smoke bombs.
I don't have any smoke bombs at the moment. Maybe
That's fine.
at some other time we can get some, but not right now. We don't have them. He's like, all right, well, captains, if you'll gather your people and follow me, I suppose we'll take the twins to their room first.
Understood. Denzel, Paya, Shagatai with me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the captain of the Dragon Guard will step out with the governor, and they will start leading you guys upstairs. Lots of stairs, because you came down lots of stairs.
Chagatai will carry Ruben, since he's not feeling well.
So it's going to take a good long while to get back upstairs. But eventually you get to a newer and nicer part of the temple. You are at least on a ground floor, and you can still hear through, even though it's in a distance, you can hear through windows and stuff that people are still partying out front. And they will take Robin and Ruben to their private quarters, which you guys have probably seen this, or other than Chagatai have probably seen this. This is like a king's room. This room is massive. There are 2 4-poster beds that are quite plush. There's gilded furniture in here. The floors have nice rugs down, tapestries on the wall. This place is really, really nice.
All right. Can I go in there before everybody else goes?
Yeah. Yeah.
You take magic.
Yeah, you can do that, and there's kind of magic on the outer walls, like all over the place.
All right. So it's warded like crazy.
Probably.
All right. Just wanted to check. Not that I don't trust the guards and stuff, but
Okay. Well, more guards show up, as do a couple of priests. And they're basically going to take over security for the kids. And they're going to put Ruben to bed because he's sick. And they're going to give him something to help his stomach, make him feel a little better. And then they're going to start working some magic, hopefully to heal him up, though it may take a few days for them to do this. But the captain and the governor are like, well, I suppose we'll take Cool to her room next.
all right. I'll do the same thing.
Anyone
Take
want to
magic
say?
so last 10 minutes, I guess.
It's the same thing. Cool's room is very nice. It's not nearly as nice as the twins' room is. It's a large enough room with nice furnishings in it. You get the same thing. The outer walls that go to the outside have all kinds of wards. Or you're detecting magic on a lot of the areas of the outside walls. And they'll put some guards and some priests here. And then lastly, the governor's like, well, Vareska, I suppose we should take you to your room.
I don't want to.
Well, where else would you like to go?
Well, clearly the enemy is still here.
Well, I don't know about clearly. They may have done it and ran.
Maybe. The poison is long lasting, I guess.
I suppose.
Denzel, Paya, what are your thoughts?
Well, if you have no objections, I'll just crashing a chair in your room.
I would say we should find some way to relatively close off the island and begin some sort of search. In whatever low-key manner you can. At least stop people from leaving the island.
The governor's like, well, I could put out an order to stop all ships from leaving the island, but I mean, even that would take time. And if whoever did this, if they have magic at their disposal, they may be able to leave whenever they want.
This is true. I'm just trying to think of what we can do to cover the bases.
So I have a feature in my background, ear to the ground. It's basically, since I'm an urban bounty hunter, I have contacts in the underground. I'm sure there's probably some here. Maybe I can contact them, see if I can find a clue as to how, I don't know, something. If not, then I'm just basically going to guard Reska.
Wasn't Lubin a professional assassin?
He was a baker, but...
You know the baker's name was Lubin.
Yeah, but who was
No, I thought the chef was an assassin, the lead chef. Lubin wasn't the lead chef, he was the lead baker. The lead chef was the assassin.
Well, maybe the lead chef has a lead.
Oh, okay, let's go talk to the chef.
Well, you talked to him briefly earlier and he didn't mention anything. But okay, you guys.
Vareska can probably be a little more convincing than me and Denzel.
Okay, you guys can go see him. He's still in the kitchen where they're still busy.
Chef?
Okay, you people keep working. He yells at everybody, and then he kind of pulls you over into a corner. He's like, what can I do to help you? Did you find Lubin?
We found him.
Oh, okay. Did he have an answer to how the cake got poisoned?
Yeah, kind of like this. And I make like a kind of like a dead face.
Oh, he just looks at you and flat face. He's like, I have no idea even what that means.
He's dead, Dick.
Oh, okay. Everyone give me perception rolls.
For fuck's sakes. I got 5 again.
Jesus Christ.
I got a nat 20 for...
I got a nat 20 for
Okay,
29.
Okay, everybody who got 20 or above, you don't notice this at first because you're talking to this guy and you're sort of into this conversation, but you can tell outside there's still people partying and talking and stuff going on, and you hear someone is talking louder and more than everybody else, and after a minute or so you can kind of tell, oh, it's the governor giving another speech. And then the cook guy is like, Lubin's dead? Did you people kill him?
No, we found him that way.
Did he poison himself? Did he do this?
I think somebody disguised himself as him. His throat was cut.
Why are we leaking information to the saucier?
It's like, I am more than a saucier. I am the head chef here.
I'm sorry. I thought this is the guy coming up behind us was asking about this. Never mind.
No.
Misinterpretation.
Okay. He's like, the saucier is over there.
My bad.
He's an idiot. He's an idiot. I wouldn't tell him anything. He's like, I've known him for a few years now. Lupin seemed like, I can't believe he's dead.
Look, I need you to focus. You're the only one with this with the experience needed to kind of find out what this guy might have done next.
Oh. Okay. He tried to poison the dragons, right?
Yes.
And you're still here, so I'm taking it didn't take.
Oh, it took.
Oh. Okay.
Fun thing about being a red dragon, I'm usually angrier than anything that can hurt me.
I could probably guess more if I knew what kind of poison it was.
Check that.
I'll point to Shagatai.
Pale tincture.
Oh. That's not fast acting. Okay.
Well,
and
it's quite nasty.
He's keeping his voice low. He's like, okay. Pale tincture doesn't really work well against people who are pretty powerful, but it can do some damage. Like he gestures to Vareska. He's like, I'm guessing pale tincture probably wouldn't take you out, for example, but it might be painful for a week or two, or even longer, maybe. No offense. Sorry. But younger people, it would definitely do more damage to them. But it's slow acting. So I'm thinking either one of two things. Either he did his job with the pale tincture and then he ran, thinking, okay, I've done what I needed to do and the poison did its job, so I got to get out of here. Or the pale tincture was just to kind of soften somebody up, to weaken them somewhat, and then he would make a second strike at a later point. In which case he could still be around here, ready to strike either yourself, Vareska, or one of the younger dragons. And you guys will notice
That's
somewhat.
the
Some of you.
I had.
He's like, I'm sorry. It really depends on what his original mission was and who he's working for, what their goals are. I mean, I suppose it's possible he was just supposed to scare some people and then be on his way. But that usually when you're using poison, there's easier ways to do that than use poison. For those of you who got good rolls earlier, you notice it's quieted down outside and the governor is no longer giving a speech. In fact, he walks into the kitchen. He's got guards with him now. And he's like, oh, you're here. I thought you were still down in the cavern below.
Oh, shit.
What?
To the kids. To the kids.
The kids.
I'm going to start pushing people out of the way.
Fuck.
They get out of your way.
People better start fucking getting out of
yeah,
my way.
people get out of your way. I mean, you're a dragon. I mean, not only physically can you push them out of the way, but they sort of revere you. They get out of your way. Where are you going first? Cool's room or the twins' room?
I'm going.
Is
gonna go to the twins.
Would it be faster to fly?
No.
Not really, because you're inside. It's tunnels and things like that.
I just didn't know if their rooms were leading to the outside.
There were
it would be
windows, but
faster
they were closed and have magical. You know, they have some kind of magical protection on them,
Okay.
but only on the outside.
I just got an ability that I can fly. So
Fly, buddy, fly.
Aya is just straight Naruto running up the stairs, getting to that room. Full blast.
So that's the question. That was, which room are you
we'll
going to
split up.
first?
Do not split up.
I said we will split up.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm going to the twins.
All right, I'll go to Cool's. So
Okay, I'll go with Paya to the twin.
All right.
Okay. Well, those of you who are going to Cool's room get there, and the door's shut and locked, and there's some guards and priests outside of it. Actually, you'll find the same thing at the twins' room too.
All right, open the door.
One of the guards is like, my apologies, sir, but we have orders from the governor himself not to open this door for anyone.
I have suspicion, believe that the governor was a doppelganger was acting as governor earlier. I need to see that Cool's in there. You can stay right here. Just open the door. Make sure that she's all right.
He's like, okay. They take out a
I'm
key.
going through the same motions at the twins' room.
Okay. You guys open. At both rooms, doors are opened. The twins are both in bed, but they're not asleep. And it looks like a priest is in there sitting next to them, kind of talking to them. And he looks up and Cool, you will find, is in her room. She's probably not asleep because she actually wasn't poisoned. She's reading a book, or trying to. But she's alone. She seems fine. But yeah, there's this priest who's sitting there talking to the kids, and he'll look up and stand.
Can I insight check that priest real quick? Do I recognize the priest?
Give me an insight roll.
I will try to help.
Do I get help on that?
No, because I rolled a 1.
No.
Oh, I thought you were giving me extra roll. Okay, never mind.
I can't.
Come on,
Yeah.
baby. Give it to me. Hey, it's okay. I did way better. I got a 2.
It's a
Total?
priest. It's a priest that you don't recognize, but he stands up and he appears surprised. He's like, "What's the meaning of this? Is everything okay?"
The meaning of this is I'd like you to stand on the other side of the room for a moment.
Okay. He walks to the other side of the room
Much obliged.
and stands there.
So
It's like, okay.
these two are here. I don't know about Cool. But where are we
Cool.
at with this? Why are you here talking to the twins? What's your business here? What are you doing?
I'm trying to help in the study of healing them, and I was trying to talk to them to keep them calm after what they've been through today. It might be a little frightening for them.
How's it going? What have you found out with them? What's the prognosis?
They've got a poison, and we're going to have to use some magic to help Reuben get over being poisoned. The Robin appears to be fine. She's like, I am. But I don't know why I have to go to bed. It's not bedtime yet.
Who gave you orders to go into this room?
The high priest and the governor?
How long ago did they tell you to?
I don't know. Maybe a half hour ago, 20 minutes, something like that.
Where were
Where
you when
did
they told
the
you?
governor go after he was done talking to you?
I don't know. Wherever the governor goes.
Did he go up or did he go down?
I don't know. I came into the room. I didn't follow the man.
Did he moonwalk?
Besides, it's not my job to keep up with the governor. And those of you who went to Cool's room, you find out she's okay and everything, and no one's there. You stay in there, or you doing something else?
All right. I'm going to check their room out, though. Actually, talk to Cool. Anything weird happened?
No. Some priests came in and kind of looked me over, and I think they cast a spell or two, but they just told me to stay in my room for the time being.
Okay.
Which is quite boring.
But it's good that you're catching up on your studies.
All they have me do here is more and more studies.
It's frustrating, but important.
I suppose.
They want you to study, but you don't necessarily have to study what they want you to study. You can study combat and battle tactics and all of those things. They have the books for it.
Everyone is scared to spar with me.
I'll
Other
spar with you.
than the twins, and they cheat.
I'll spar with you.
Right now?
No. Things calm down.
Okay. Well, at least somebody will spar with me. I should at least keep up my skills.
It will be very important.
It might be. It might save me someday.
Totally agree.
Well, assuming
So even
everything's fine here.
Yeah,
we can
everything
head over
seems
to the
fine.
twins.
Okay. You guys get to the twins' room where there's a priest being interrogated. And the door is open and the guards are outside looking in like, what the hell is their deal?
I'm just gonna lean over to Vareska and say, I got nothing, but I don't trust this guy. No reason. I just don't like him. I think it's his tie.
It's not a tie, it's a bolo.
That's why.
We've been around the priests a lot, especially me, right?
Yeah, probably.
Anything missing from him?
I guess give me an investigation check if you're looking him over.
Fuck.
Not
Oh,
perception.
That's one.
Oh, okay.
That's a 1.
Yeah. I can't fucking roll anything, man.
And I assume Paya doesn't get to help out with this, does he? Because I don't know.
No.
I wouldn't be as well versed in all of their, telltale signs as Vareska. So I get it.
He's dressed like a priest. I mean, he looks like a priest of the Dragon Temple. Everything looks normal. There's nothing like, oh, I definitely recognize this guy, but he kind of looks like every priest. I mean, he's got the long beard thing going on. He's an older guy. His beard's gray. I mean, you've seen 100 guys like this in the last couple of months. You're probably not going to remember all of them.
All right. I hate to do this, but do you mind if I perform a search?
I really wish I could just punch the truth out of this guy.
The priest is like, no, Lady Vareska, this isn't my room. And
I wasn't referring to the room.
Oh, what are you referring to then?
You.
The cavity.
Me?
Just a pat down. It's a very simple imperial procedure we practice in Titus.
Okay, can we have some
Happens all
privacy
the
for
time.
this? So I'm not having to do this in front of all the guards?
Why?
Paya's gonna lean up against the wall.
It's not like I'm going to be stripping you or anything. It's a pat down.
Okay, very well. He actually, believe it or not, kind of turns and assumes the position. He faces a window, and the window is shuttered closed, but he puts his hands in the window sill and kind of lean forward, and he's sort of looking at the shutters that are closed. You can see
What are
there's
you
a little.
doing?
It's like, you're patting me down, so I'm assuming this is what happens when guards are patting somebody down.
Paya's just gonna walk closer and just like try to get in the vicinity of this guy.
Okay, there is a little bit of light coming through the crack. I mean, you can kind of see outside a little bit, but not much.
Mhm.
And he's just staring at this crack of the window, and he's like, Okay, I guess if you've got to fuel me up, then do it.
Can you please stand against the wall over there?
He pushes back off the window and backs away towards the wall opposite the window.
All right. Just look at the flowers. I will give him a quick pat down, but I'm actually going to brush my hands, or claws, over his hair and his beard.
Are they there?
As soon as you do that, you realize they are not there, and he casts a spell and disappears.
God damn it. Nobody has a dispel. Or a counterspell.
All right, I'm going to turn to the twins and I say, did he do anything while he was here?
No, he just talked to us and asked us how we felt and that sort of thing.
Pi is going to instantly dash the fuck over to Cool's room.
Okay, it's not that far away.
Okay.
The door's locked and there's guards outside of it.
Round 2. Come on, buddy. Need to get in.
Jesus Christ. They opened the door.
Ran into
Yeah, I know. It's a real fun day for all of us.
You're going to run
I
You're
get
going to run into Chagatai and Denzal. Okay, cool. Still sitting there looking at this book, though she's holding it upside down now.
Hey, we just had a priest vamp out of the twins' room.
I will alert the guards that a priest is teleported from this room.
Okay.
We've got a shapeshifter running through the halls.
It's not shape-shifting, it's illusory.
Well, I know. I was just, for the sake of brevity, just saying it.
Hey, Ty.
Yeah.
Would he be able to teleport out of that room with all the wards, or he would just turn invisible? More than likely.
Well, if I was holding on to him and he turns invisible, I'd still have my hands on him.
He was gone. Yeah. Well, for one thing, the wards were only on the outside walls, and it depends on what kind of wards that they are.
Okay.
And considering that people can teleport out of the castle with teleportation circle, I imagine they aren't those kind of wards.
Yeah.
Well, knowing that Cool's safe and that Chagatai and Denzal are keeping an eye on things still in this room, Pi is going to go back to Vareska and the twins.
Vareska is just going to be sitting on a stool beside them.
They're getting more priests who are like, we can take over from here if you'd like. We'll put a bunch of priests and actual guards in their room.
Are we assuming this is just one guy?
He's very good at what he does.
I know, but are we sure it's just one guy? Does it? I'm just saying. It could be, but I don't want to completely throw it out the window.
I'm going to tell them no one's assigned to the inside of the rooms. No one's to be inside the rooms, just outside. If there's anybody inside the rooms besides them, then you should arrest them immediately.
Does that include you since you're inside the room at the moment?
I just came in here, and I chased the priest out of here who used teleportation magic to leave.
Okay. Do we... The captain of the Dragon Guard is back, and he's like, well, we can do a search through the temple again, or continue it, but we're not looking for Lubin now, so now who are we looking for?
You're looking for someone who's disguising himself with illusory magic.
Great.
By the way, did all of you priests come here together, or did any of you join by themselves?
You'll find out it's kind of a mix. Some of them came together, and some of them just showed up like they heard. They say they heard there was trouble. The captain's like, well, I guess we can get some wizards and start casting detect magic on everyone in the building.
Or
That'll take
alternatively,
days.
you could use see invisibility. It will penetrate right through his magic. And you'll be able to tell the difference.
That's true, but there's hundreds, if not thousands, of people inside this temple building at the moment, and it's a place to get started, I guess.
I've got it prepared, so I can cast it on everyone who's currently here to make sure that there's none of them. I can cast it and then look and make sure that everybody who's currently here looks like they're supposed to look.
I think it's a self spell only.
I don't know. I honestly don't think I've ever actually
See invisibility?
Yeah.
It is.
Hey,
it is-
Vareska,
Yeah.
do you think we should bring Cool over here with the twins and just keep them all together? I think the more splitting up we do, the harder it's going to be to keep an eye on them.
Robin's like, yay, cool, it's fun.
You have a bucket. Like a steel bucket.
They can get you one.
Please.
I pulled just the cooking pot out of my bag.
I'm gonna belch out another magma ball into it.
Do I still have a cooking pot?
Not anymore.
Oh, okay.
You can get one from the kitchen.
What was the point? What was
so
the
I
point of
didn't
the
set
pot?
the ground on fire.
But you did. It just goes through the pot, man. The pot's now burning.
It's melting.
It's
So, yeah,
molten metal. All you did was add more mass.
It's self only, and it lasts for an hour. So I'll go ahead and cast See Invisibility.
I also don't.
Well, no, that's why you weren't in the room yet, so you wouldn't technically be aware of their plan. That's why I was kind of trying to bring you guys into the room.
Yeah. Well, while it will allow you to see invisible things and into the ethereal, I don't see where it would allow you to see somebody who's using an illusion.
Well,
If-
wouldn't be. Well, no, I guess it
No,
wouldn't
just
be
invisible.
making yourself invisible. It's just casting an illusion around yourself. Yourself is still there at all. Yeah.
Yeah, you're still there, and you'd still be visible, or at least your illusion would be visible. Now, if you had something like true seeing,
Yep, you're right.
Yeah, I thought it was something in
Nope.
the... Oh no, it's just physical inspection and investigation.
So, can anyone commune with Bahamut to see if there's anyone who doesn't follow on the island? Or see if
Well,
We
that
have-
doesn't help because if it's occultist, it
oh,
won't matter.
And I don't follow Bahamut.
there's lots of people on the island who don't follow Bahamut.
I know. I was trying to rephrase, but I get the gist.
Let's see. Some of the
There's
clerics,
no way we. Oh,
some of the clerics can maybe do divination to ask a question of Bahamut. But what kind of question should they ask? Keep in mind, these aren't like professional adventurer types, so
Not
Let me reread the limits of divination.
is it like a yes or no question? Is it like a general vibes kind of answer?
Your magical offering put you in contact with a god or god's servant. You ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days. The DM offers a truthful reply. The reply must be a short phrase, a cryptic rhyme, or an omen. The spell doesn't take into account any possible circumstances that might change the outcome, such as casting of additional spells or the loss or gain of a companion. If you cast the spell 2 or more times before finishing your next long rest, there is a cumulative 25% chance for each casting after the first that you will get a random reading. DM makes this roll in secret.
Okay, do any of the clerics who can do this also have disguise self prepared?
No.
I don't think they would tell us,
Oh.
even if they did. Yes, time to out myself. This is the perfect chance.
No, we don't normally. None of the clerics there are like, no, we don't normally use disguise self.
Are any of them artistic and can draw really well?
Several of the clerics turn and look at one of them. It's like, yeah, Bob over there.
Hey, Bob.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you ask Bahamut to show you the intruder for you to sketch him out?
Divination is beyond my abilities.
So he's not the cleric that has it. Damn it.
No. And it's a simple answer. It's not like a...
It wouldn't be like any sort of picturesque or understanding his visage.
No, it's like a short phrase. It's not...
Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to spitball over here. Anybody else?
I don't know. We could just ask them who's hunting us, but
the cleric's like, one of the clerics is like, well, at least we can at least do 2 divination spells. We just need to know what to ask.
So
who's hunting us and where's the intruder? No, not that I'm saying that's definitive. I'm like asking that to the group to see if that's acceptable.
Who's hunting us seems like a good question.
And I was thinking something to the effect of where will I see the intruder? How will I know how will I know who the intruder is?
Wait, does anyone know detect thoughts? I'm not sure.
Oh. That makes me a little self-conscious now.
Not that you don't deserve it.
Hey, I think my thoughts are pretty out in the open here.
I don't.
Only a sorcerer, wizard, or bard can learn it. Or peek out through a scroll, maybe. Like, besides physical pat downs, there's no really way to break an illusion.
So should we ask who's the intruder and how do we discern them, or how do we unveil them? How do we see them? How do you guys want to phrase this? What gets us the most?
Okay, I'm just gonna ask let's just ask one question first. Who is hunting us?
They'll do the spell. The cleric casts it, kind of goes into almost like a trance for maybe 20 seconds or so, and then comes out. And he says, it is a professional assassin. Not of this world.
Fuck.
You guys think about that second question, and I'll be right back in a minute.
Okay, yeah, we could use the time. Okay, so do you guys want to ask... not of this world, okay. Well, if we figure out what world or plane of existence they're from, could we find someone who has a prepared spell to detect people from that plane?
There's no spell called Detect Plane.
No, it was
Paladins.
there's like a feat. It's like a detect celestial. It's like a detect fiend or something like that.
It doesn't work like that anymore.
Oh, it does. Oh, I thought
It
I saw that.
detects celestials, fiends, aberration, fae. The spell doesn't pick up outsiders as a whole anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just saying if they said it was, fiendish, could we do detect fiend?
Well,
And
he didn't
theoretically
feel
find him.
like an angel or a demon or a fae or an apparition. So I don't think he falls in that category. I think it is a human.
Well, you didn't ask. Okay, so you think he's a human?
Well, humanoid of some form.
Yeah. Okay. Does not of this world pretty much mean from a different plane, or what is the context to that? Just from my own
pretty much
knowledge.
From another plane.
Okay. So do we want to know what plane it's from, or do we want to try to figure out where it is?
Those are not going to help us.
Okay.
Because even if we find out what he looks like, he can change how he looks. And even if we find out where his home is it's not like that will help us either.
Yeah. Well, if we can figure out what he looked like, we could scry on him and kind of discern his location from that.
Not really, because we'd be going by what he looks like currently.
Oh, I thought that would go off his now. So if you're disguising yourself with a disguised self, scry wouldn't work?
Scry just creates a 10-foot, like a globe that kind of follows it around. And so if you're going by a look that he doesn't look like, then it won't really help you. Because you might scry somebody completely different.
Well, yeah, but if you get the true visage of him and what he actually looks like undisguised, wouldn't the scry work through a disguised self? We would just see someone different than we expected to see.
Yeah, but going by somebody's appearance doesn't mean a whole lot.
Okay.
And if we can't really ask for a name, I don't think. Because if we could ask for a name, then we could just scry him.
Is a name enough to be considered familiar? See, that's why I thought an actual image of him, if we could somehow conjure that, would give us a sense of familiarity with him. I don't know if this is necessarily the route you guys are interested in going in. This is just, what I'm able to come up with.
That's a good question.
One of the priests will ask, "Why can't you just ask the name?"
Well, is a name enough to be considered familiar?
Because the name will only be useful if we could detect him by using it.
Yeah, well, for my plan, what we would need is some sort of image of him as his true self, an undisguised self. Really, without that, I don't have too much idea, unless we want to ask where he originates from, in which case we might be lucky and be able to detect his essence through some magical means.
Ask him what he wants.
Well, he probably wants the kids. He had already seen Cool, which we don't know. We also don't know what he said to Cool yet. We should probably ask her, since he went to see Cool first and obviously did some sort of magic on her. And we interrupted him before he was able to complete the same thing on the twins. So we don't necessarily know what magic is already on Cool and what kind of risks we have from that.
Whoever said he went to see Cool first?
I was gonna say
A priest already went to see Cool.
Oh,
You said a priest had already been in the room with Cool.
no.
no.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said a priest had already seen Cool. Never mind. Okay, never mind.
Identifying what he wants means that we would know his true intentions.
And we'll be able to discern that in so few words as a simple phrase.
I mean, what does he want? Seems to be a pretty good phrase.
Well, no. I mean, the response can only be a simple phrase.
Well, if it can give names, it can identify somebody. Or a group.
I mean,
of
a name
people.
is something. A name might ring a bell with someone else, and then we can get more out of it. So I think a name could be worth it. I also think finding out their origin and what plane they're from would also be some rather significant help, considering, all we know is they're not from this plane.
I don't think the plane helps us.
What do you think, Denzel?
He said the answer was the assassin was not of this world.
Okay.
Clarify that.
Okay. Yeah, no, I was asking if not of this world meant from a different plane, and that was just the information I got. So not of this world could mean from the same plane, just a different world.
That's kind of...
Well, you're all in the prime material plane. I mean,
It's a lot of fucking lore and baggage to unwrap.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I got you. I'll understand more with time. It's okay. But we got one more question. What do you guys want to ask? You want to just ask his name?
I want to ask what he wants.
Okay, ask what he wants. I'm fine with that.
Or who are its targets.
I think what he wants gets both of those.
Well, if he wants something completely different, then
Oh,
it
well,
might just be
sure.
something he cardinally desires.
He wants lots of money.
Lots of money.
he
But
wants
if we
them
ask
titties.
what are his targets, then that specifies what he's doing.
He wants you to take it off.
Just really fucking going out of his way.
That is what this whole thing is about. He was the first guy
Yeah.
that you spilled alcohol
That's
on,
right.
and this is his plotting revenge.
Exactly.
You spilled alcohol on the wrong. What was he? A bricklayer?
Something like that.
Dock worker.
Dock
Fucked with the wrong brick boy.
Yeah, that's right.
That wasn't me. Didn't fuck with the dog.
This is the
Anyways,
new arch nemesis of the campaign, Brick Boy.
we will ask who is his targets, or what are his targets.
Okay.
I hate when
You get back the cleric will do the spell, and he kind of appears surprised after a few seconds. Then he's like, "Well, first of all, it's not a he; it's a she." And it's like her targets are Robin, Ruben, Cool, and Vareska.
Yeah. Okay.
It's Mama.
How come I have a feeling I know this character?
Maybe, maybe not.
Okay. I'll just leave a telescope on the table for her.
You never saw her use poison,
No.
but
Well,
it could be somebody who works for a relative of hers. Maybe.
well, if I'm one of the targets, I say let's give her what she wants.
Setting some bait.
And how
All
do
right. I
you
will
do
get
that?
my fishing gear.
Your fishing gear?
You know,
Okay.
because she's the bait.
Okay. Well, that's a possibility. Considering the time, do you guys want to take a week to think about how you're going to do this, or do you already have a plan?
I don't have a plan.
I do not have a plan.
Time to think it through.
I definitely think we could use some time to get this plan together.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, it is 10 o'clock. So I suppose we can end things here. Chagatai, sorry there wasn't combat this week.
It's okay.
You're
Still
1
have
week
cast
back.
couple spells.
Yeah, that's true.
Honestly, I thought this was a very nice change up. I enjoyed this episode.
Yeah.
I knew I shouldn't have fucking trusted that cake. It was all set up. Denzel
oh,
got
come
me to
on.
trust candy, and next thing you know, he's like, "Yeah, you should try cake next." I'm like, "Yeah."
I
If I
tried.
cannot do that bad guy, that would be the fucking twist of the century.
Kind of acting like one, low key.
Denzal's secretly been messaging the DM this whole time on what his plans to
Yes.
destroy us are.
Yeah.
Actually, you find out Vareska's diabetic. Give her candy.
No.
Dragons are diabetic.
New mission: conjure a ring of diabetes.
Ooh.
Beat the sugar. Beat the sugar.
The shugs.
The sugar.
Right. Well, Chagatai, I don't know the chances, but hopefully you can make it back again.
I'm hoping that for at least a little while I'll be coming back, and then we'll see what baseball season brings.
Oh, okay. Yes, baseball season is right around the corner, and
Yeah,
no
wrestling's
one.
over. Baseball starts in a couple months, I think.
Yeah, well, nobody's watching now, but somebody was watching a little while ago. So anybody who watches this in the future, and anybody who, well, nobody's watching now, but anybody who watches this in the future, thank you for watching, and hopefully we will see everybody back next week.
Thanks for running.
Absolutely.
Peace.